You're still here? Oh, hey, what's going on? Oh, hi. Welcome to Laura's World. I'm Laura, and it took me a while to wash my face because it's been a while since I exfoliated. Bad. Before I even say anything at all, let's get right into my brand new bottle of grape water. I finally used up the old bottle. Poor girl had nothing left. I was squeezing it at the end. It was awful. Sad day. Lasted quite some time, though. I have to say I'm kind of impressed. But so here's my new grape water. Now here's the point. Before we even start anything else, everything is before we do this. I do need to put a small content warning, trigger warning in my video, because I will be very briefly discussing an eating disorder. So if that is not something you cannot see past, is that how double negatives? If you cannot see past an ED, our time was well spent for the past, I don't know, a couple minutes. I'll be sad to see you go, but I completely understand, and just come back for the next one because I don't want anyone with hurt feelings, okay? Thanks. So how was everyone's holiday? I hope everybody got, some nice gifts if you celebrate a holiday that has gift giving. I know for me, the meaning of Christmas is far beyond receiving the gifts. It's more about giving them. And so, I gave a bunch of gifts. I gave a lot more than I received, which is frankly how it should be. You shouldn't be counting your gifts. I wasn't. It was brought to my attention by someone who will remain nameless. Oh, shit. You got me a lot more than I got you. And anyway, so had a pretty Merry Christmas here. Fairly uneventful yet Happy New Year. That's about it. Just kind of hanging out. Since January 1st, I have gone through 2 appointments for state disability. I think I've made it known that I had applied for permanent disability with the help of my husband. He's my designated third party, for a multitude of reasons. And I had to go through 1, a psych eval, and 2, a physical eval. 2 different doctor's offices, 2 different times, 2 different places, 2 different dates. And there was some driving involved, which, oh my God, we're not going to go there. But I have been occupying my time, obviously not making YouTube videos, and I feel really bad because, well, I know that there's some people that actually like to watch my babbling. But also it brings me joy. It's something I enjoy doing. I like doing this stuff. I started it because I just went on a complete brainless spree of buying cosmetics and skincare, and I said, you know what, might as well show it to the world. Or, as my last video had something like 36 views on it. Thanks. But lately what I've been doing, not with the grape water because it is a very fine mist, but I've been taking some of my face sprays. Like this is the Elemis Superfood Kefir Tea Mist, and I've just been spraying it in my hand a few times, rubbing it between my palms and rubbing it in. To me, I don't know, I feel like it wastes less product, if that makes sense, since I'm just spraying it directly into my hand and not on my face where it can all over. I just do that. Again, things I do on this channel might be right, might be wrong, might be researched, might be made up. I don't know. I have never said I'm a teacher. Well, I am a music teacher, but I have never said that I am an instructor. I am not the bylaws, the by rules, the by anything for skincare and makeup. Just here having a good time. And I do, I do throw in those sprinklings of education when I see fit. But so right now we're gonna try to do what my shirt says, and that's chill. I'm not very chilled at the moment, but I'm getting there. I have 2 face sprays on now. I didn't use any soap per se, but I did use the LMS resurfacing. That is a face wash, resurfacing face wash, and then I opened up that Murad skin polishing stuff, and it's blue, like bright blue. And I was like, oh, how pretty! And then I started using it, and you're like, it's like sandpaper, but I needed it. You don't even want to know what the hell my sink looked like when I was done. Yes, I cleaned it. Anyway, so I've been dealing with a lot, keeping it internalized, which is a problem. And if I seem a little bit puffy, it's because I am. I'm not necessarily gaining weight. I've been staying at the same weight for over a year now, which is a lot to say because I was on a gaining pattern. I had lost a lot. I had lost 100 pounds. And unfortunately, things happen. I haven't worked since October of 2020 for various reasons, and they're all health related. I am by no means a lazy person. I just got to the point where I couldn't function. And there are some days now. Obviously, I can't function enough to go out to the store. I'm not in a functioning level enough to go out with friends for an extended period of time. Like, it's just... And there's a lot of chronic pain. So much chronic pain. And I'm really, really trying not to take the painkillers. I take the nerve ones, the ones that, don't have a risk of addiction, but I am on a controlled substance. But my doctor is not scared. He's not afraid that I'm going to become hooked on it because I've been taking the same drug at the same dosage for 5 years now. So, my doctor's not afraid of it. I'm still like, I don't want to get hooked. And he's like, at this point, you're not going to get hooked. And I'm like, all right. So I do take them as needed. And that's that. Now for the puffiness and everything that's going on there, this could be a lymphatic drainage issue. I don't have gua sha or whatever it's called. I was going for a period of time, weeks, without eating. I guess there's your trigger warning worthy topic. I was diagnosed a very long time ago with binge eating disorder. I mean, one could argue you don't get to be the size that I am by behaving yourself, but at the same time, science is showing more and more that it's not just about my actions, but there's genetics involved, there's molecular happenings involved that are saying eating a salad, calorie deficit, and running until you pass out are not going to work for a majority of people, I being one of them. So for reasons of, we'll call it depression, and running out of my supply of insulin, and insulin is very expensive, especially with the insurance plan I have right now. Grateful to have it. It's very expensive. Very hard for us to pay for it when I'm not working, but we're trying to get me on disability. Anyway, you see how the cycle goes. The cycle just won't stop. But I had all but stopped eating. I would have a cup of coffee in the morning, a glass of almond milk here or there, and then if my husband brought something home when he got home from work or late at night, he's been out a lot lately, and I kind of miss him. But he's very busy, and he's doing everything he can to support me and this household. And it's It's very stressful. We did get a little bit of good news today, though, on the homeowners insurance front. I don't know if I talked about that, but our previous homeowners insurance company decided to not renew our policy because now I used to be my insurance agent. That was my job. So when this all happened, I just looked at my husband and said, I can't. And he's like, it's all right, I'll deal with it. I wound up getting pulled into it anyway for a couple of things, but we now have better coverage than what we had with the other policy, and it's $99 a month. And now our car insurance is going to go down again because we switched to the main company instead of the brokered company because our distance to water. Which brings up another thing. I know I've been yakking here for a while. It's been smelly around here. Like, it's been stank. And my mother's complaining about it. I'm not, because I know what it is. We technically live on the bay. I am very close to the water. Yes, I can go to there's a little beach that only the locals know about that I go to sometimes during the spring and summer. But when you live on the bay, things get stinky. When the tide recedes, things get stinky. That smell you smell if you ever visit beaches, or what North Jersey people call down the shore. It stank. It's I don't even know how to describe the stink, but you get used to it because you live here. You get used to it. Well, my mother is still not used to it, but yeah, no, that I don't know. That just randomly popped into my head that it's been stinky, but so yeah, the whole not eating thing. And then my husband found out that I wasn't eating, and I think it was because my mother ratted me out to him. And he got on my case. He's like, listen, I know we don't have a lot in the house, which we don't. We're running in the red, as it were, financially. And that's why I look around this room and go, if I didn't do this, maybe we'd be safer. But the truth is, even if I didn't do this, we'd still be in trouble. So, and I'm not just saying that to placate myself. That's a fact. But he's like, all right, I know we don't have a lot of food in the house, and I know you can't cook. Long explanation. It's not that I can't cook. I shouldn't be cooking. But he asked me, he's like, well, what do you want? I can just stock things in the house. When I go to the store, tell me what you want. But when he goes to the store, my brain goes dead, and the only thing I can think of is white cheddar Cheez-Its. He bought me a case of single bag, single serve, like a case of white cheddar Cheez-Its. And then the regular ones. Excuse me. Because girl can't have enough Cheez-Its. But what's the nutritive value? So, because of basically my mother and then my husband bringing me food at night, I started eating again. And something that happens in the body, or at least my body, when you don't eat for a while, we'll just say me, we'll just use me. When I don't eat for a while, my body goes into what's called starvation mode. And that's where it's going to soak up any calories it can and hold on to it for dear life, just in case it needs to use it later. And so at the onset, it's going to start eating at the fat stores that I have, which are plentiful. Go ahead, have at it. And that was happening. And I noticed in a couple of my videos, my previous videos, very, very minimal, but I noticed that this was not, I wasn't as swollen. And that was making me feel like, oh my God, I'm losing weight. This is great. So I pulled a 180 from my binging and just stopped eating. But then when I would be fed, it would be nighttime, and nighttime you're supposed to eat, from what I understand, you're supposed to eat the heaviest meal in the morning and the lightest meal at night. Because why are you going to eat a heavy meal at night and then go to bed with food in your tummy while you're still trying to digest? And that was the science that was explained to me. I still don't know if it's right. But, so he would bring me things packed with protein, which is very important. I have to get protein in. You don't eat enough protein, your hair falls out, which we can say. And a couple of treats here and there, like a bag of chips, or he got me some of those chocolate-coated donuts, the Entenmann's chocolate. You know what I'm talking about. They have like almost like a crunch to it, but not really. You got me a chocolate shake the other night. I mean, do I really need these things? As a morbidly obese person, as a type 1 diabetic who's running low on insulin, no. But does that really matter when I'm like distraught and unable to communicate with my husband because I'm so out of it? No. So, in addition, I have been drinking soda. About a half can a day. And that's no good. That's what I need to stop on. So between the late night eating, the goodies, and the half a can of soda a day, I believe I have put on some weight. My clothes don't feel any different. They started feeling different earlier when I felt like I was losing weight. They haven't changed anything now, so it just really could just be very swollen and the lymphatic drainage isn't happening. But so that's my insight right now. That's what I have to go on. So I had to put the spikes back in my top holes, and if you'll notice, the bottom hole is missing its little earring. You could see it's still there. I was advised that when I went to these disability appointments, I should not have any jewelry on, not have any makeup on. You know, don't look like a slob, but don't look like it's your best day. And I agree with that. I mean, there are days where even when I try, I'm falling apart. Those don't make it into the videos, although maybe I should, because I really try to be as transparent as possible. But in taking them out, and I made it known, my top holes have been my biggest problem. That it's like they don't want to stretch, and this might be as big as they're gonna go. I know it's kind of abnormal to stretch 3 holes in one ear, but that's me because I'm sick and tired of my ear holes closing. That being said, I took all 6 of them out, put them in a pocket I had in my shirt. Mistake number 1. I had to take my shirt off because they had to do an EKG on me, which, funny story. So I wound up in the hospital over the summer. Some of you might remember I did one of those shorts in my hospital room, and it was like stuff going on with my heart, and they found something wrong during a stress test, and then they did the cardiac catheter through my arm, which was, oh my god, if I pray I never have to do that again. And they said my heart was fine. This EKG I had in the office, they said, you need to follow up with your regular doctor because your EKG was abnormal. They couldn't expand on that. They couldn't tell me what that meant because they were not there to treat or diagnose. I love it. I love how these people work. Anyway, thought I'd throw that in there. I went to go put my shirt back on. I had it backwards. I whipped it around, forgot the earrings were in the pocket, and they came out. I was like, oh my god. So I found all but one, and that would be the big one for down here. But even just being out for, I don't know, an hour, I couldn't get the littles back in. So I am back to using the pegs to stretch them back out and hopefully get those goddamn earrings back in. So there's that. Why not do an IPSY bag? Like an actual IPSY bag, not just the crap that I buy. I have January's right here, as a matter of fact, and it's a fuzzy little critter. Actually, I don't know if you can tell, if you can see, but it is super fuzzy. It's super soft. Purple is not my absolute favorite color, but it's a nice, light, fuzzy little. This, I don't know. I'm not even speaking English anymore. I like it. I like it because it's fuzzy. So let's see what IPSY has to say about January. January 2023, the year of you. Forget reinvention, throw resolutions out the door. Never mind starting over. This year, just focus on doing you and discovering whatever makes you happy. Perfecting your skincare routine, experimenting with nail art, finding time to read, or reconnecting with friends. Okay. And so this month's theme is Girl Gone Glam. You might know her as Ms. Murder, Mystery, and Makeup, or you may recognize her unmatched makeup skills from your Instagram feed, but we're excited to officially dub Bailey Sarian as our February Glam Bag curator. Next month, embrace your dark side with her Glam Bag X, where dramatic makeup and no-holds-barred glamour give you a guaranteed glow-up. I'm not paying for a Glam Bag X. I love Bailey Sarian. People have their opinions about her and think what she does is like, oh, that's disgusting. Oh, that's disrespectful. She's educating and bringing attention to some things, that they don't teach in history class. And, at least she's talking about something semi-relevant. Anyway, so our 5 bag goodies are First Aid Beauty Pure Skin Face Cleanser. Don't think I have that one yet. Then we have Beauty Vault Mascara. This is a brush by a brand called Half Caked 407 Deluxe Buffer Brush. This actually, I feel like this would come in handy for the eye area. NARS Velvet Matte Lip Pencil in Dolce Vita. And lastly, Purely's Beauty Silk Glow BB Base Primer. Now, my understanding is that BB is Beauty Balm and CC is Color Corrector. Am I wrong? I don't know. Alright, so let me pack all this back up. And funny thing about that NARS lip crayon, I wasn't expecting it, to tell you the truth. But I got another one, and it's the same thing, the same shade, because I went ahead and did the whole, buying the extra stuff for 85% off or whatever. So I have a couple extras will go over here. So one of these will go into the giveaway bag. The giveaway. I want to do it so bad. I cannot get past 85. I'm grateful for the followers and the viewers that I have, or subscribers that I have. Don't get me wrong. I am absolutely grateful for those of you that hang around. I can't give this stuff away because I said I have to hit 100. So anyway, this is one thing that'll be put in there. Then I got 2 scents from Catherine Malandrino. We have Special Moments and Dream. Any of you familiar with these? Well, since it's 1:03 in the morning, I'm thinking fragrance du jour will be Dream. Ooh, I love they all come with a free gift, and I save all these tags because I like free things. Okay, let me just kind of... Is there orange? No, there can't be orange involved in this. Does it say anything on the package? Not for resale. Uh-huh. Well, there's not a lot of explanation here, but it seems kind of strong. And because of that, I feel like it's might give me a headache if there's too much. I'm going to break one of my cardinal fragrance rules. You know how I say never ever rub together? Because you rub off the top notes. You don't get the full experience when you do that. I'm going to tap. I'm going to spray once and tap. And tap. And tap. I really can't for the life of me make out what's in this. I'm gonna have to look it up. Okay, so Dream is described as one whiff reveals fruity top notes of apple, rhubarb, and nectarine, not orange, that smell crisp and refreshing. Floral middle notes of magnolia, lavender, and peony are equal parts soft and sweet, and warm bottom notes of ambrette, tonka, musk, and vanilla add cozy feel. I can see that. I can see the cozy kind of coming into play. It was a lot. It was a little bit strong for me. That's why, you know what? One spritz and I tapped it around. You're not supposed to do that because you do take away some of the top notes and, you know, it kind of spoils the whole fragrance experience, but that was just too strong for me to spray everywhere. That's going to be another example of spray, delay, walk away. One more thing that I have two of now, which means another giveaway item, is this Mini Pro palette by Beauty Creations Volume 3. It's looking a little dusty, so maybe I'll keep this one. Well, inside it's not so bad. Ooh. The plastic didn't come flying out at me, but look at this range of shades. They are so-called Sea Salt, Gold Star, Topaz, Coconut, Sidekick, Tan Lines, Sundown, Bestie, Sail Away, Something Blue, Cool Breeze, Sand Run. As a kind of small mirror, something about the palette feels a little crooked. I could be wrong here. It could just be the plastic. Let me try to get the plastic off. Oh no, it's just the plastic. Take that back. This looks gorgeous. There's not a whole lot of fallout. Seems that there's 4 glitter, kind of, 2 or 3 shimmer, and 5, I can't count, mattes. So yep, that'll be in the giveaway pile. And then something I was expecting, which I was so happy to get, is this Ofra Signature Palette Symphony. Now I have an Ofra whole face thing. I have a single Ofra highlighter. I can't say enough good things about this company and the products that they make. Watch. I say this and now some scandal's gonna come out. Anyway. It's an eye palette. It is inspired by their face palette, but look at this. This is a complete eye look. Some of the tones in here kind of remind me of the Cherry palette by Urban Decay. I love that palette. I love the Honey palette. Basically, Urban Decay and I have a love-hate relationship. I hate that I love all their shit. But anyway, so I'm excited about this eye palette. The colors, apparently purple is supposed to be good for green eyes. I don't know, like I said, purple's not my favorite, but we'll see what happens. And then lastly, couple more things from around the room. These are little higher end products. I have the YSL All Hours Setting Powder. It's all over it. Fingerprints and dog hair. Yeah, okay. And it's a very sleek package. It's like a matte top with the shiny gold bottom. With the, I guess, breather holes on the bottom. And, yep. So there. It's the pressed powder, the finishing powder. It's when I hold it up to my face. In the mirror, it looks like it'll match. It'll be fine. Because again, this isn't like a full coverage situation. I'm not really a full coverage kind of girl. You know, I don't want to hide my freckles. I love my freckles. Then we have, I believe this one was also personalized, the Slim Sheer Matte Lightweight Matte Lipstick in shade 112. There we are, sort of. And this one, if I'm correct, I personalized with my main character's name from my novels. And that would be Celeste Stroud. Here we are. Let's take a look at the shade. Okay. I think this is like a brick-ish shade, which I felt would be very, very suitable for Cell. Her nickname is Cell, or Celly. But Celeste wears, right now in my store it's 1963, and she wears a lot of different reds. Mattes, satins, like bright liquidy. It's glossy looking. Yeah, she's really into that in the story. And then the last YSL, we have something called New Bare Look Tint. And I don't know, is it in a tube? Yeah, it's a tube. Yeah, that'll work for me. It comes in this little tube. What does it actually do? Not quite makeup, more than skincare. The benefits from both worlds. Okay. Sounds good to me. And then the last two things, which one of them I got a sample of, which I'll try, is this duo from Valentino. We have the V Lighter, which is a dual-use liquid light face, base, and top coat. I didn't realize that we had top coats for face. I thought that was just like powder and spray. Yeah, I really can't read all of this. Wear alone to hydrate, unify, and freshen up skin tone. Wear under foundation to smooth and prep skin. Wear on top of foundation to highlight with a sophisticated glow. Okay. And then we have the very Valentino sunscreen, broad spectrum SPF 26, light lasting perfecting foundation. So it's a foundation and a sunscreen in one, which is fantastic, because I know at the end of all my videos what do I say about sunscreen. Yet do I practice what I preach every single day? No. No, I'm bad. I'm terrible. Every time I get a new freckle, I'm like, oh, geez. Let's see. Up to 24-hour fine foundation wear, buildable coverage, light feel, and fresh stay. Tested under dermatological control, suitable for all skin types. Just because it tested under dermatological control doesn't mean anything. I'm better. So, the sample I used a little bit already the other day I got was the V Lighter. And again, they are Rosa. R for Rosa, meaning the cooler shade. Yeah, I was just making sure that it was Rosa. Well, you can't see it anyway. And yeah, this one is Light Rosa 5. Okay. Anyway, R is for cool, and what was the other letter? I can't remember. H? Totally spaced. I'll get back to it. Anyway, so I'm going to put a little bit of this on. Take this for... I'm going to squirt some in my hand. If it'll go. Oh, there we go. That seems like a bit much, but we'll see. That apparently was enough. Very subtle kind of glow. Almost like an evenness. I'm happy. It is a little bit scented. It's not super heavy scented, but there is, you know, with most of these higher end products, especially Valentino, they put fragrance into most of what they have. I'm not complaining though. It's not terrible. I don't know. I've been yammering on for a while. Maybe I should use some of the other products I have here. Do a little look. How's that? Okay. So for this, I have literally no plan. I'm just going to go in with some of the products that I opened up today. And I already put the base on my face. I think that's all I'm going to do for the face, skin-wise. And let's go. I have my handy-dandy mirror up here. You can see it's a little lighter, and I'm going to be looking over this way. Yep, my mirror finally made it upstairs. Very proud of myself. But, alright. Let the... Oh my god, what am I going to do to my face right now? Artistry, commence. Well, I think I look a little bit like a nightmare, to be honest with you, but, turn this off, get rid of this. I'm digging the lip color, at least, and individually speaking, I do like the eye color. Maybe I could have gone with a different combo or switched up the order or something. I don't know. It's just a little bit off to me, but it's not terrible. And I really, really like that right there. That's such a. Afra is known for such a glow, but. Um. Alright, I mean, I wouldn't be afraid to leave the house necessarily. I am surprised how. I mean, that is the shade, okay. I figured it'd be a little bit darker. I'm not mad about it or anything, and it actually matches with the NARS pencil really well. I don't usually outline my lips, but I figured I'd try it this time. But alright, so there we are. I used products that I highlighted today, which is kind of like a new thing, right? I don't usually do that kind of thing. I'll go ahead and wash that. I know I use the same brush for everything on my eyes. I don't care. I just don't care. But yeah, cool. Great to be back in front of the camera, behind the microphone, and doing this stuff that I love. With everything that's been going on lately, it just seems that the world is just going to implode on itself. I mean, 39 or 40 mass shootings since January 1st in this country. Something's got to give. Mental health is a joke in this country. That's part of it. Some of it is people that snap. Some of it is people that are just racist, bigots, and disgusting. It's got to stop. This is an American problem. That being said, with everything going on, be a little gentler with yourself and be gentler with others. Spread a little extra love and try not to get overly angry over typical stuff. It, you like to you think if we all just acted a little nicer, everything would be okay. And I know that's not the way it is, but I feel if I act a little nicer and someone else starts to act a little nicer, not because of me, but just in general, if a few people just started acting more like human beings than anger trains. You get me? So just be gentle with everyone. Take care of yourselves. Hydrate, drink plenty of water. Put on that SPF, even though I said I don't do it every day and I really should. And have the day that you deserve, which I hope is fabulous. Bye!